This morning, there was a post on a local community site looking for a web developer. And I had posted on the site saying, hey, we certainly can help you out. We're number one in the market, so you can Google search us, you can find us, we're number one. And then I also posted a little information to help them making a decision on how to choose a good web developer. Because I think those type of questions are something that someone who's not really technically inclined might not know what to ask. And certainly you can ask about the cost, you can ask about the time. I mean, these are things people know about. But here's some technical things that might help you in your journey to find a good web developer. So one of the first things you want to ask them is, do you have any top rankings in the market? Like, have you achieved anything for any clients or for yourself that is a number one or in the top of the rankings that's going to pull in business? Because my website, I want it to perform. Like, if you're gonna build a website, it needs to perform. Like, is it actually gonna pull in, new business? So that's a super, super important thing. Number two, what I'll ask them is, do I get to keep my website? Like, if I leave, you build me a website and I wanna leave, move to somebody else, do I get to keep that or do I have to rebuild the whole website? That's such a great question when you're first starting, because if they will not give you the website, then do not pay them anything, because it'll be at a loss. Like, the chances of you being, with that one development company for the rest of your business's life it could happen, but things always change, and you want to be able to at least have the ability to take your website with you and move it somewhere else. And that's where WordPress really comes in. So I think, WordPress is a good one for that. It could be Shopify. Those can be moved around, but you want to watch out for people who have proprietary platforms. There's some big players out there that have proprietary platforms, and they won't let you take their website with the website they built for you with you. So that's a good question to ask. And then, finally, one of the things that I think is really important that you should be asking somebody is, are you actually a web developer? Like, do you know how to code? Because there's people out there who fake it. They're gonna use Canva, and they're gonna use Wix, and they use Squarespace, and they might use ChatGPT, and they can fake and make it look like they know web design. There's a bunch of people who have hopped into the space because there's a low barrier of entry and they can just use these things like that. Like, do you know how to code? Have you been to school for coding and you know how to code? How long have you been coding? What languages do you code in? These are good questions, because I would not hire somebody who's not technically savvy to run your website. I clean up these messes all the time. I get people who hired somebody who they thought was a professional web developer, and they made a mess, and I have to rebuild everything, and that costs the customer a lot. So don't hire people who are not professionals. I mean, you would never do that with a plumber or electrician. So make sure the person actually knows how to code before you hire them, okay? Because it can be faked quite easily. And if you need help with any of these things I'm mentioning, and you would like somebody to step in and help you evaluate a web developer, I'll do that for you for free. So you can definitely reach out to me. I'll evaluate anybody's proposals, anything they're telling you from any company, whether it's SEO, web design, app development, software development. You can reach out to me and I will evaluate whether this is a good development company for you to work with or not. And I won't push my company whatsoever, okay? You don't have to hire me at all. I will give you my opinion on whether this is a good development company to hire. If they are good, I'll give them my blessings. If they're bad, I'll point out the reasons why you maybe want to think about choosing somebody else. So it'll be a very fair and balanced, and it won't be anything as far as from my company, as far as propaganda to try and push you into choosing my company. So hopefully that would be helpful. Joe Field with SkyPoint Studios. Thank you so much for watching my videos as always, and I'll catch you on the next one.